So hello then, and welcome to Happy Hour. Bit abrupt there, wasn't it? It started it just seemed to cut off the new system. What can you do? But it's Monday. It's the start of the week, so we'll let it off. It's still fresh from the weekend. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Don't forget to say hello then in the chat. So far, we've had Jennifer say hello. We've had Jamie, John, and Sarah. Hello to you all. So again, as you probably are happy to hear, that I'm not going to be on my own tonight talking to you. But it won't be Mr. Lee Whitehouse who's joining us, as unfortunately Lee has other commitments with a lot of his counsellor work and a lot of his other commitments that he puts to. So he won't be able to join us much more on the You Matter Chat show. But we have tonight joining a special guest, very special guest indeed. Please welcome Kat Webster. How are we doing, Kat?
Hello.
Well, thanks for joining us on the show. First time on the show.
Yep.
So we have got some things lined up for you later, so don't panic too much.
Oh,
We've got
God,
plenty of
what are
stuff
you gonna do to me.
some tests on there.
Yeah.
So a lot of you might not know, but Kat is one of my closest friends. So later on, I'll be testing her with some knowledge about myself.
Oh, no. Oh,
To
God,
see
I
how
don't actually listen to what you say, Scott.
Exactly. And now you're going to be outed to the whole of the internet. Well, I say the whole of the internet, just everyone watching. But John says, hi, Kat.
Hi.
There you go, your first hello. Again, thanks everyone for joining us. And for those of you that join us for the first time that might not know, then the show we like to talk about a little stories, start the week, and get your stories as well. So anything that you sort of want to talk about, put in the chat, and then it's happened to you, anything funny that happened to somebody else that we can laugh at, why not put it in here and we'll do it. So a bit later on, in around 5 minutes time, we're also going to be joined by Marie Holmes, who's going to come on and talk to us about a lot of the work that she's been doing in the local area. So Marie does a lot. A lot of you will know Marie, but I'll let her explain a bit more when she's on about all the awesome things that she does in a local area. Jamie says she never listened at school either. Who to listen at school, Jamie? I don't know. Is that
Jamie? I'm reformed. I'm a better person than I was.
Oh, so you and Jamie actually know each other?
Yeah, we went to school together.
Oh, no way. So Jamie's one of our admins on the page as well.
Oh, so Jamie knows sort of 14-year-old Kat that, yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I think no one needs to know 14-year-old Kat from what I've heard. Jennifer says, Scott, I'm helping your brother out. Oh, that's great. Thank you. So again, my brother was on a couple of weeks ago, just before Christmas, talking about his asthma page he runs, Wheezy Asthma Selling page, where he thinks he's a bit of a Del boy, but he's probably more of a Rodney, to be fair. James says, bit of a rebel. So
does that make you Del boy then, if he's Rodney?
I suppose it does in a sense. Yeah, never really thought that one through there. Think before you speak, I think, is a lesson here. But Jamie, I've got a little task for you then. I need a few stories about Kat at school.
Jamie, don't do it.
So if you can pop a few little stories on, I'm sure there's many stories to tell. That'd be great. But yeah, so Kat, as I did say, we are going to do some tests for you, but I'm going to wait for Marie to come on because I want to see if Marie knows me better than you do.
Well, I feel like I might test you back and just see what you've been listening to.
Again, I'll put my foot in it again. I'm not used to people coming back at me here. This isn't good.
You've never had me before.
So Kat, before Marie comes on, we have a chat. A few things we'll talk about is lockdown. Obviously, we've been in it now for almost a year. What has lockdown taught you? Okay, while you think about it, I'll tell you what it's taught me. But I actually like Robert's bread. That's the main thing I've taken from it is
because of the shop.
Yeah, I've never had Robert's bread in my life. It's one of those things you always go for like the branded stuff. But lockdown, I was forced early doors to take on Robert's bread because it was the only thing left on the shelves. And to be fair, I've never looked back. I'm now a Robert's.
I have actually learned
bread.
that your favourite snack is pork scratchings.
This is actually true, yeah. And Kat knows that because I always used to stop her house outside the house on the way back from the shop with a bag of scratchings, chomping away.
And when you were isolating, I made sure I bought you a bag to keep you going.
Yeah, she did. So I was in isolation. Woke up in the morning. Was it box of biscuits and a bag of scratchings? Just what more can a man want in isolation? That's fantastic. Megan said Robert's bread is super soft and yummy, isn't it? Just, I mean, that deserves a mention on the page. Yeah, Robert's bread.
Robert's bread.
Yeah.
I'm with you there, mate.
It is, but like it's one of those things I never even like contemplated like even looking at it before lockdown, and then it was like, oh, they've only got Robert's bread left. Oh, and now I'm going mental for it.
They do crumpets too.
I don't know, that game changer.
Robert's crumpets.
Absolute game changer.
Good times, they really
Well,
are.
saying that, I love crumpets. I've not had any for I don't know how long now. Probably like 2-3 years.
Oh, I love a good crumpet, especially with loads of chocolate spread on the top.
Or no, it's just a butter kind of guy, me. No.
It melts into all the holes. Oh, it's amazing.
See, I love chocolate, but I don't like too much chocolate on something like that. It's not good for me.
You're missing a treat.
Oh. Okay, so back to the question then, before we get sidetracked, is what has lockdown taught you? And you can't have the bread one, because that was mine.
Okay. I think it's taught me to, especially if life goes back to normal, it's kind of taught me to carry on making time and spending time with my family, making time for my friends, because I think in normal life before lockdown, it's quite hard to, it's quite easy to get too busy, and like there's a lot of stuff going on in life and stuff. And since lockdown, even though it's been isolating, in ways it's been more connecting, because you've got more time to Zoom call with your mates, or like me and you, we go for walks most nights with the dog.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that. I don't want life to go too much back to normal in that sense of everyone just being too busy for each other.
So what you're saying there is, before lockdown, you were a bad friend to me.
Yeah.
And that you didn't really have time for me and didn't want to speak to me.
Or you were a bad friend to me because you never come and walk my dog with me. Throwing it back at you.
Okay. Either way. We've established now we're both bad friends.
Basically, we're awful human beings, but since COVID, we're better.
So COVID has made us better people. Do you agree? Back to the crumpets. John says crumpets with butter. Yes, see, John's with me on that one. It's just, I like the way the butter sort of melts on the top and just sort of like sits there. It just looks
when you
great.
bite into it, it all goes down your chin.
Yeah, but that's what I love. All that like dripping down. Oh, get in there. Also, Jennifer says to spend time with your family you live with. I mean, that is great. It depends on your family. You haven't met my brother. You don't want to be spending time with him. So, yeah, I'm between a rock and a hard place there. But I get your sentiment. It's a great thing. It's just, you haven't met Craig. But for those of you that have, you will fully understand. Kat, you will understand what I mean. You won't want to be spending 24 hours, 7 days a week under a roof with him.
I could be isolated with your mum, though. Your mum's lovely. Craig's lovely too. I just don't know if I could deal with him 24/7. To be fair, he'd probably kill me after a day as well.
That's true. And I've seen you two argue before on a football field, but we'll leave that there. Because we have got time for a special guest to come on and have a chat with us. So we're going to bring in Marie. How are we doing, Marie?
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're good. So, Marie, thanks for joining us. Obviously, we'd like to bring in a special guest now every week to sort of talk to us about stuff that goes on in the local area. And you were one of the first people that springs to mind when we think of community spirit. So I just want to talk about a few things that you've done locally. I want to start at Christmas time. Because at Christmas time, you gave out, was it 150 Christmas dinners?
Wow.
No, I think we ended up doing probably about 107.
That's great going. And that was going out to like the vulnerable families that, or maybe the people that struggled to get Christmas dinner cooked for them, people that lived on their own. Things like that. So you went out and delivered them.
Yeah, so we delivered them to 107 families. And I think in total, the amount of people that had a Christmas dinner was about 350.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
Great. Yeah, so that's fantastic work. And of course, that's only like the latest thing you've been doing. I believe you run a few groups as well.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk to us a bit more about your groups and tell us
So I set up Talk Out Loud, which is a mental health and wellbeing provision for parents and young people. Just because I have a son who really struggles with his mental health. And when he hit crisis, we couldn't get any support. And so we decided to set something up that we needed when we went through it, but couldn't access it. So that's how that came about. So it's not running at the moment due to COVID, because I didn't feel that it was a good idea to encourage gatherings of people. So we've put that on hold, but we were setting up every Thursday after school on Comberton and just interacting with all the kids coming out of school and the parents as well, who came for advice and support and things. So that was good.
That's perfect. Brilliant. Talking of things that are not running, Marie, one thing that is running is yourself. You do a lot of running around.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard it mentioned earlier, but me and Kat do a lot of walking together. At the moment, it's something I've taken up a lot more in lockdown.
I've tried to get him to run, but he won't.
Yeah, I'm not running. Walking too much. Enough for me as it is, without adding a bit of running there. But it is. I mean, whether you're walking or running, there's nothing wrong with walking. It's a great thing to do. But whether you do it or exercise, I know Jamie, who's joined us, one of our admins, he loves to get out and have a walk around nature, or through the forest and stuff like that. And it is, I mean, through lockdown, running, walking, it's been a bit of a godsend, isn't it, for most? I mean,
yeah.
I'm the person that used to drive to the garage just at the bottom of my road. But now, I'm walking a lot more. During the main lockdown, I had 2 weeks off work. I spent every single day going for a big walk, just around off 2 hours sort of thing, just walking around, because there was nothing else to do, and it's forced me to do that. But I found I've actually enjoyed it. Really, and it's kind of given me that new sort of thing now in life to look at. So, Marie, while you joined us, Sarah Ruck says, "Hi, Marie Holmes." And John Deacon also says, "Hi, Marie." So also, Marie, I don't know if you heard me mention this earlier as well, but I've got a little test for you and Kat to see how well people know me. So Kat claims to be one of my closest friends, so she should ace this.
I don't claim that.
But I did a test. I did a similar test to Lee when we were on, and I've known Lee since 2000. Yeah, 2000 we met. So 20 years of friendship, and he didn't know the answer.
He did, or did he?
He got it wrong.
Oh, no.
So what I'm going to do is going to give you three.
2010, so I might.
Yeah, well, these are three statements.
I've only known you for a year.
if you win though and I don't,
this is the thing,
like a really bad friend.
This is the benchmark series. I'm not expecting you to know be my super sort of knowledge on me, but if you get it right and Kat gets it wrong, and we've only known each other for a year, then Kat's got to hold her head in shame, really.
Oh dear.
Okay, so there's three facts. Two of them are true. One of them is false. So what I want you to tell me is which fact about me isn't actually true.
This is a lot of pressure, Scott.
It is.
Are you feeling the pressure?
I
am. If I'd have planned it properly, I could have had background music and really tense it all up.
It is. My heart's racing here. Okay.
But fact one. So I spent most of my teen years as a budgie breeder. That was fact one. I spent most of my teens as a budgie breeder. Fact number two. I once met the gorgeous Michelle Keegan in Telford. On fact number three. I was once hit on the head with a golf ball in my back garden, but weirdly, the nearest golf course is 2 miles away. Okay, so those are three facts about me.
I think I know it.
Okay, so Marie, because Kat thinks she knows it, what's your first thoughts? Which one is false? So just a reminder, I spent most of my teens as a budgie breeder. I once met the gorgeous Michelle Keegan in Telford. And I was once hit on the head with a golf ball in my back garden, but live 2 miles away from a golf course. What are we thinking, Marie? Which logically, which ones do you think sound more like me, and which ones don't?
Oh, I don't know. I'm maybe going for the first one. That's not
Okay.
true.
So you think the false fact is that I used to breed budgies? Anyone in the chat that wants to put a comment on, that wants to sort of join in, see what they think, they know me or not? Is that your final answer, Marie?
I am wondering if you might have tricked me with one of them.
Okay.
If I don't know a full detail, but I'll explain.
I can't believe you think I tried to trick you.
You would. 100%, just so you've got bragging rights over me.
That's actually, yeah, that's a great plan. So Jennifer Ball thinks that it's the first one, so she agrees with Marie. Sarah thinks it's number 2, that I've never met Michelle Keegan. Jamie thinks it's the golf ball. Also, someone else thinks it's from the You Matter chat show. That could be Lee or Craig. They think, oh no, sorry, it is Craig. He's put his name after it. He thinks it's the golf ball as well. John also thinks it's the golf ball. A lot of love for this golf ball one. But what are you saying, Kat?
So, first one, definitely true. You used to breed budgies and fly them and all of that. You told me that before.
Okay.
And no, you've definitely met Michelle Keegan, but the reason I was thinking, are you being horrible? Was it in Telford? Not sure.
A true friend would know.
Really? I know you've met Michelle Keegan because you've told everyone and I've seen a picture.
I don't like to brag about it much, but it has been mentioned from time to time.
So I'm saying golf ball.
So you're going with number 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can tell you a true fact about me was that I once met the gorgeous Michelle Keegan in Telford.
Oh, so it was Telford. Good.
It was Telford, yes. The other true fact about me was that I spent most of my teen years as a budgie guard breeder. So that was actually true. I did, yeah. Had over 120 odd budgies in the back garden. Obviously in a shed, they weren't just loose in the back garden. The one that wasn't actually true was I was hit on the head with a golf ball in my back garden, but it's actually a true story. It just didn't involve me. It was my brother that got hit.
No way.
Yeah, he was walking up the garden path, and the golf ball just came and hit him on the side of the head as he was walking. Knocked him straight to the floor. It was brilliant to see. But
He's so accident prone, only Craig.
Still to this day, I have no idea where the golf ball came from. So, like, we live in the middle of a long street of just houses. It's just gardens from, like, probably 300 to 400 yards each side of the house.
Were you on the other side of the fence lobbing golf balls at Craig? Is this what happened? Is this the time where you get to tell the truth?
So I was actually stood behind in front of him. That came from over there, mate. But yeah, so Sarah says, "Oh my God, Scott Jones." I think that's because people didn't realise that I was a talented budgie guard breeder as a child. Yeah, I was up there with Jeff Capes, the world's strongest man. He was also a budgie guard breeder.
We don't know if you were talented. They might have all flown away.
Yeah, they went somewhere. That's all I can say. So, Marie, also going back to talking about your brilliant work you sort of do. I mean, a lot of people will be aware of you watching this through a You Matter page as well. So one of their great admins on there. I mean, you've offered quite a lot of support in the past to quite a lot of people on there. A lot of people appreciate it. So let's just touch on the group a little bit more for those of you that maybe are watching that maybe don't know as much about the group itself. But there is a group called You Matter Wyre Forest, for mental health matters sort of page. And on there, there's, I mean, Marie, we're over 1,000, aren't we now? Members on there. And there's a great community of people that help each other, that talk out, and everything like that. But also the admins on there are always there for people to have a chat to, if they need to. There has been a lot more. So we're here every Monday now, and we're back doing it weekly. But there has been some talks of more chats happening like every Wednesday. with the admins just doing a Zoom call where people can join the Zoom call, or they can watch it on Facebook and just join in with the chats and comments. So, Maria, I believe you're going to be a big part of that as well.
Yeah, I am.
And it's going to be Jamie, who's also one of our admins watching tonight, is also sort of taking that under his wing. So chat to Jamie if you want to be part of it, or want to do anything. And Jamie tells me there's 1.2 thousand members at the moment.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's a great number, great support. So yeah, get in there. Like I said, it's not just us that support people in there. Everyone supports each other. If someone's having a bad day, they just go in there, put out their thoughts, their feelings, and people pick each other up and give each other confidence, make them see different ways, different lights. So yeah, so it is a truly fantastic piece. So, I mean, we haven't done this for quite a while now, and I think it's definitely missing. It's some true or false questions that we used to do. We used to guess whether things were true or false from a statement. So I'm just looking up some true or false questions now that we can go with, and we'll see who gets them right. So again, when you in the chat, put in your comments on, and that's what you think is correct.
I saw you do these with Frenchie, and I remember I did all right.
You did all right? Nice.
Yeah. Frenchie was bad. I remember that.
You do realise what you've just done there is set yourself up so everyone thinks like she's going to be really good now.
No, it's 50-50. I was just lucky that night, maybe.
What you're saying is you're a good guesser.
Yeah.
That's why you got my quiz right about me, because you're just a good guess.
I would never be able to guess that you used to breed budgies, and I've seen pictures of you and Michelle Keegan because you're very proud of them.
Yeah, it was a great moment in my life. In a VIP room with Michelle Keegan for a while.
And if the question was who got hit in the head with a golf ball, me or Craig, I'd have 100% said Craig.
I mean, we could do a show, like a little comedy show, where we just talk about all the things that have happened to Craig and all the things he's done.
Oh, I've got loads.
It would be an absolute world seller.
Right. Craig.
I just apologise for the noise. I've got two puppies fighting around my feet at the moment.
Oh.
Can we see the puppies?
You can.
Oh, I love puppies. Oh. Cute.
They're big puppies.
I was just going to say that.
Murphy's asleep next to me. Murphy.
Oh.
Is Scott Jones up? Too tired.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I used to have a dog as well, but we split up. So I shouldn't have said that.
Ooh.
That was just a joke.
I'll give him a slap next time I see him.
I've never had a girlfriend, so I can't really say that. Right, so we've got some true or false. What can we go for?
I think we should do find Scott a girlfriend one night.
Yes.
I don't think we should.
I think we should.
No. That is a
Who
game.
thinks we should?
I think we should, especially whilst I'm a guest as well, because they're not getting through me anyway if they're not good enough for them. So
That's the reason why I'm single. It's not my fault, it's Cat.
scare them all off.
Right, so we're going to go for a couple of true or false. I mean, pretty much all the ones I'm finding are ones we've already done. But let's try and find the ones we haven't. So Radiohead wrote the song Love Is All Around. Is that true or false? So Radiohead wrote the song Love Is All Around. So another song. It was obviously performed by Wet, 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 wasn't it?
Yeah. Love is all around me.
I mean,
everywhere we go. That one.
That is the one, yeah. Well, something like that anyway. But I mean, my first thought on this is it doesn't sound like the sort of song that Radiohead would do. But is that why they didn't perform it and they passed it on to somebody else?
Yeah, you often find bands and artists always writing songs and then pass them on.
Yeah, maybe like they wrote it, but felt this isn't Radiohead, but we might as well. It's a good song. We might as well get some money out of it.
Unless they did a more like metal version of it and it just didn't sound right.
Definitely. Well, I'm not liking all the options for me stating on the comments.
Oh, what's coming through, Scott?
Oh yeah.
So Sarah says speed online dating.
Yes, I
Um,
like that one.
It's a good
Jennifer
idea.
Wall says Scott needs a date. I'm not sure that I do. To be honest, I'm pretty fine on my own. Tammy says, I know you had at least one girlfriend. Yeah, only the one though. I'll try to keep it there. So also Tammy says that she thinks this is false about Radiohead. Craig says he thinks it's true. Jennifer says false. And Stuart Holmes says false. So what are you guys thinking then?
I think
Mainly it's false in the chat.
I'm gonna go true.
You're gonna go true, okay?
It's a bit too random, I think. I'm just gonna go. It just seems a bit out there. Do you know what I mean?
What are we going for, Marie?
false.
The correct answer is false. They didn't write it.
Makes more sense that they didn't write it. To be fair.
It would be a shock if they had.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tammy was actually saying when she said false, she was referring to the fact that I said I never had a girlfriend was false. But that wasn't even a true or false question. At the start of the game, then.
Should have been.
So it is. Yeah, that is actually false. I have had one girlfriend in my life.
Just one.
I was always like it. Actually, one of my first proper girlfriends, and it was mentioned in the chat earlier, Marie, was Ange Maguire's daughter from.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So when I first turned up to the group meeting, Angela was like, "Oh no, she's gonna hate me." But of course, Angela's lovely and can't hate anyone, so I got away with it. It's fine. Plus, you know, I'm a cool guy. We finished on good terms. Went to different schools, and that was it. Sarah says, "Date or new socks?" Well, if I had to choose, new socks. Right.
What a question.
A very simple answer. Right, so what else can we do here? Okay, so another true or false. Stephen Hawking declined a knighthood from the Queen. I wouldn't.
Isn't he Sir Stephen Hawking, or have I made that up?
I honestly don't know. I mean, if he is, then I'm guessing the answer's false. Unless it was on different occasions. Could be different occasions, but
Maybe I just think he should be. Maybe that's why I've got that in my head.
I mean, why would you decline a knighthood?
I suppose it depends, because if he's got like no interest in, I don't know, in the monarchy, or if he doesn't agree with it or something, maybe.
Possibly. So, what are you going for then, Kat?
I'm going to go false that he didn't turn it down, because I thought he was a Sir anyway.
Okay. Right.
I'm gonna go true.
Okay. In the chat, we've got Tammy says true. Ben says true. Jamie says true. Defo.
Can I change my answer?
Craig says true. Jeff says true. So
Too late.
everyone thinks this is true. That Stephen Hawking declined a knighthood.
I think it's true.
It is actually true.
Yeah, told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my Liam told me that the other day.
Is he on the same website I'm on? Oh, the true or false is.
Basically.
So Sarah also says, tell them why it chose a sock. I don't think we can discuss that on this live chat.
It's before 9 o'clock, Scott.
Yeah.
Let your imaginations go wild.
We're keeping it PG rated.
Right, we're not past the watershed yet, so we can't go that. Right, another true or false question. I feel like I'm doing one of my quizzes here.
You can't help yourself.
So Prince Harry is taller than Prince William.
That's false. He's quite short, isn't he?
Prince Harry is taller than Prince William.
I don't know, actually.
I mean, initial instincts, Kat, I'm with you, but then it's kind of like you think, am I missing a trick? Is it a trick question?
Because I'm thinking, when you see Kate Middleton with William, there's not much between them, and Kate Middleton's quite tall. And when you see Harry with Meghan, I don't think there's much between them either, and Meghan's not that tall.
So you don't know how tall Prince Harry is. You don't know how tall Prince William is.
I'm going by the women.
But you know how tall Kate is, and you know how tall Meghan is.
I know Kate's quite tall.
Okay. Well, so far, everyone's saying... Well, no, sorry. Jennifer says false. Sarah thinks it's true. And Tammy thinks it's false.
What's the question? Is he taller or shorter?
Prince Harry is taller than Prince William.
False.
Is that true or
I
false?
think it's false.
So Sarah said he's taller in morals anyway. True, but that's not what we're looking for at the moment.
And he's ginger, so woo.
No comment.
One for my community.
Okay, so I mean, I'm going to go. I genuinely think it's false. I'm worried that there's a twist, but I'm going to go false. What are we going?
False.
False. Marie?
False.
Okay, let's have a look. False. Prince William is 1.91 meters and Prince Harry is 1.86 meters. So there's not that much in it. I thought there was a much bigger gap than that.
Mm.
I always imagined him quite a lot taller.
Bella. Bella. Come on.
Right, so let's have a look. I mean, some of these, they can be out of date. Okay, so Waterloo has the greatest number of tube platforms in London. This is
Oh, I
true.
instantly thought of the ABBA song. I thought it was going to be a question about that.
I was hoping it was. That's a Waterloo. I was defeated but won the war. Love you forevermore.
What's the question again?
Waterloo has
Yeah.
the greatest number of tube platforms in London. See, I do find it hard though to say Waterloo without bursting into the song.
Waterloo.
Every time I was defeated but won the war. Waterloo, I promise to love you forevermore.
Can you do the dance moves?
No, I can't.
100% yes, you can.
If it steps, I'm all over it. But not great with ABBA.
Give the people what they want.
Bit of karaoke is what they've got getting at the moment. Right, so what are we saying? Waterloo has the greatest number of tube platforms in London.
I'm going to say true, just because it's one of the most well-known ones. I don't know if that means it's the biggest. I don't really know much about London, to be honest.
We've got a true. Tammy, you don't want to hear me singing the whole thing. Trust me. We won't have viewers for much longer if I did.
It might help getting you a date.
I doubt. Honestly, that's probably the worst thing that could happen if I was going to get a date. Is me singing in front of them.
And if you threw in the dance moves, I think that's a certain.
See, the worst thing is when I go to karaoke bars, I all of a sudden think that I am like the best singer in the world. Even sober, I go in, I'm like, give me that microphone now. And I'm up on stage, giving it all this. They're all like, bring it all down. And I'm absolutely awful.
He's
and everyone's
not.
looking at me
He's
thinking
not.
like,
he's lying.
like,
He's good.
if he was like just there having fun, we wouldn't mind. But the fact that he thinks he's really good and he's terrible.
I want to go to a karaoke night with you, Scott.
You have to get him to sing Boyzone. He's really good. I've heard him. He's lying to everybody.
I don't know why you say no. Just sing that one song. Nothing else.
I
Because
love
rubbish
your
how it
boys.
sounds.
I love your boys' own song that you did for us.
Yeah, well, we won't be hearing that on here. So Jennifer thinks it's true. They have the most. Jamie says it's true because he's a Londoner. There's a song there, isn't there? Is it because I'm a Londoner that I love London town? So I mean, in the chat, we've just got all truths for this one. Number 6, it's true.
Nice.
Let's have the most.
What's that song about an underground? It was massive.
Going underground. It's the jam in it.
Yeah.
On the underground. So it's all I know is the words the underground.
Yeah, me.
Right. What else have we got? Right. This is one that Kat should know.
Oh, God.
So, Idina Menzel sings Let It Go 20 times in Let It Go from Frozen. Is that true or false?
Ooh.
Did she say it 20 times? I mean, the amount of times, Kat, you're singing this, you should know how many times it says Let It Go.
I'm trying to count. 20.
Give me a long show. Yeah. So
To be
Idina
honest-
Menzel sings Let It Go 20 times in Let It Go from Frozen.
I
I've
think it
watched.
might be true.
Yeah, it could be. I've watched it that many times. It feels like she says it 4,000,000 times.
Well,
Because my
Susie
daughter's
says false.
obsessed with it.
Jennifer says true. Jamie says false. It sounds too excessive.
Oh,
Although if you watch it, she does sing it quite a lot.
mm.
She repeats the word quite a bit. Susie thinks it's more. Jamie thinks it's less. Susie thinks it's more.
I'm trying to sing it in my head.
Let it go. Let it go.
Beautiful, mate.
That's all I know.
I
I
have
can't
a
hold it back anymore, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a spinning Elsa doll that literally plays the same line over and over and over again. And she says, let it go 4,000,000 times. And she lights up and she spins. So my daughter loves that toy and it's really annoying.
Okay, so let's lock in some answers. Are we going true or false?
True.
True.
Okay. Well, Marie Liam thinks it's false. Sarah must think it's false because she thinks there's more. So I can tell you there is false. Actually sings it 21 times.
No!
That was
Yeah.
a trick one, that was.
Slack, that was a trick question.
There's no trick, just 21 times. I mean, if you think about it in terms of probability, you had more chance of saying false because there's so many numbers that aren't 21, that aren't 20, but with 20, there's only 20.
Yeah, but if you think about it cleverly, that's the answer. But if you think about it the way we did, by going, let it go, let it go, let it go.
I love the fact that you were probably still there, but like marking it down. Let it go, let it go. Sarah says, just let it go, guys. And there from Mayor Rook,
Like that one.
Lady Mayor.
Cheers, Sarah.
Madam Mayor.
Oh, Madam Mayor. Sorry. God, Marie, you're so aggressive then.
It's Madam Mayor to you, boy.
Yeah. It's a good job we're online. Christ. Security.
Well, considering that you accused me and Madam Mayor of flirting with you earlier.
They were flirting with me. I've got proof in the chat. You both said I was cute. Not even making things up. So, but yeah, anyway, I think it's time to move on from that before I go all red. A mayor for the people, says Susie Griffiths.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So I must say they get hotter the further right across the screen they go. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Unless actually, It depends which way you're looking at it.
Sorry, mate.
Is that
you're
my
on the left.
husband?
Yes.
Don't listen to him. Don't read anything out he writes.
The thing is, on my
I've
screen,
told my husband to stay off it.
that makes me less hottest. But on is it coming out on Facebook? Yeah, it's still bad. It's you, Marie. You're the hottest.
You're still left, Scott. So Marie's
I
the
think
hottest.
he might be referring to you, Scott.
No, I've just checked on Facebook. It goes from left to right. Me from left, you to right. Yeah. So, shoot, I thought I was in for a
Marie's
chance.
the
I thought I'd finally found that date then. But it's
And
just
her
not.
name is Stuart.
It's just not to be, is it? It's just not to be. Susie says, hang on, I'm getting this one on the screen. She says, we all flirt with Scotty. We love him.
Hard not to.
I mean, I love a flirt back, so I'm not going to.
You just say the cutest things, Scott.
I mean, I don't think sometimes I think I'm just naturally cute like that. So if there is anybody watching, I can scroll my number across the bottom if you want. That's my sort of approach to women. That's why I don't do very well.
Give them my number first, though, because I need to talk to them.
So yeah, send your applications to Cat Webster.
Yeah, I do the vetting process.
So if there were 3 facts about you, Scott, that you would like women to know that you would potentially date, what would it be?
Oh, good question.
So facts about me that I want them to know.
Yeah. That would
I
be
don't
like
think
your
to see-
selling point.
He's been to see Steps 5 times.
No, keep that one quiet.
The actual fact is actually worse than that. Is that every tour Steps have ever done, I've been to at least one show on that tour.
Yeah.
Even a
quiet.
Christmas special they did, where they did like 5 arenas, and there was only like 100 people out in each arena. It was like a thing on. I was there.
He dragged
So-
me along to one of them.
We dragged you.
I
Yeah.
was loving it. The Vega Boys to start with.
Yeah.
I was all over that.
When you go see Steps, the best thing is if they get supported by the Venga Boys. You can't.
Yeah.
You just can't. You can't beat that sort of thing.
No.
But the problem is, right, I'm always really bad at selling myself. So, like, I can never go and say, "Oh, this is what I'm." Yeah. So, I honestly don't know what I'd say, and I think this is my biggest problem.
Oh,
I
there's
think-
so much stuff, Scott.
I think all the stuff that you've done over this last year would be like something that you'd need to tell them for the quizzes, all
Yeah.
of this on the mental health matters. Like you've literally kept like 40 teams, which is like however many people in a household. So you could be looking at like 80 people. You've kept going every single week through lockdown for like a year. You gave us a brilliant New Year's Eve. And then you've done this as well. So you've done loads for people's mental health.
But I don't think that's what like women like, though, is it? That's like
Yeah.
Of course it
No.
is.
you get all these men going to go like, look at my muscles, and I walk around. I do quizzes. I'm a
Mate,
quiz
women
host.
don't, girls like that. Maybe some girls might like that when they're younger, but trust me, when you get older, women don't want that shit. Oh, rubbish. Rubbish.
And I have
Where's
to
that button?
say
Where's that bleep?
that in the You Matter admin group, so we have this little chat going on between us, that Scott is the glue that holds us together. And he's always the peacemaker. And he's great.
There you
So,
go.
I mean, I agree with Sarah. She's put, I love how this has turned into a dating show for Scott. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure it happened. It's like, I don't
Ali
believe,
said you're cute too.
Alison, you're cuter. So.
Ali, but also currently single. Get in there.
Ooh. God.
Honestly, I'm not normally stuck for words. I'm actually getting there. But yeah, so can we move on to something else?
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't been this nice to you for this long since we've met, so we need to stop.
Yeah, let's move on. We can come back to that later.
Okay, so my question would be though, I mean, I say move on, but saying thing is, what would your selling points be? Just as you as a person? I'm turning the roles around here.
That I have managed to deal with Gareth Webster for nearly 11 years.
That is an achievement. That is. To be fair, she probably
I think
tweeted it.
Sarah Rook will comment on that as well and completely agree with me.
Yeah. I
If
think
Stephen
in that
Roberts is
sense,
still watching, she will too.
you should have had Stephen Hawking's knighthood.
Yeah, too right.
When you turn it down, get onto Kat. Marie, I mean, we've talked about most of your great points already earlier on in the show with all the stuff you do in the local community, all the help you offer people, support through mental health, stuff like that. But if you had to name one thing, and you can't say putting up with Stuart because that was.
That's not fair. I'm really adventurous. I like going outdoors and running and walking with the dogs.
That's a good.
You've got to
a
be
good
a dog
quality.
person if you want to hang around with me. I've got 4.
Yeah.
Is your husband's name Stuart Holmes?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's put Marie's is that she is a delicious version of a woman. Oh,
I thought he's flirting with you tonight, Marie. Now I think.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that. I mean, has Marie frozen or is
I
she?
think she's frozen with shock of how what lovely words her husband said. Oh, she's gone.
Yes. Well, I'm just waiting for it to reconnect back in. But yeah, I think Marie was that shocked with the comments that she's
She's dropped her phone on the floor.
probably shocked and batteries come out and all sorts. But yeah, we've also had a comment then from one of my good friends in Norway. Marie's back on a different device now.
Hello? Sorry, I don't know what happened. It kind of threw me off just before you told me what Stuart was saying.
Oh, we thought you were so shocked at what he said that you dropped your phone.
So he actually said Marie's is that she is a delicious version of a woman.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm back now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you guys have a good one there. So you're saying I'm cute, but I think that's cuter. Also, I was just saying, one of my good friends from Norway, who was a member of the Harriers of Norway fan club, has just said next time they come over, they're going to fix me up with a girl.
Oh.
I've got all countries fighting my corner here, which is great. Jamie says, Sarah Rook, you never knew her age. Sorry, let me start again. Sarah Rook, you never knew her at school. She's always getting into detention. Oh, and gobbing off at the teachers. Absolutely. I mean, this is coming on the screen. So this is Jamie's testament of Kat's younger years.
Jamie was thinking about another cat at school.
I mean,
I was an absolute delight.
I'm shocked, I'll be honest. This isn't the person that I've become friends with. But I'm sure Alison can... I don't know, Alison, reading straight off. Ali can...
Ali was worse than me. She can't say anything. She was terrible.
So Marie is going to kill him, says Sarah. Judging by Marie's reaction, I think she probably is, yeah. And Liam agrees. He says, yes, she is.
He's so embarrassing. He really is.
I don't think he's bad. I mean, so, Kat, let's talk about this. So Marie's husband is on there saying all these lovely things about her, saying it gets hotter from left to right. She's a delicious version of a woman. Since you've been on the show, what has Gareth done for you?
Absolutely nothing. I asked him to put the kettle on a while ago. That's not happened either.
Couldn't even get a cup of tea out of it.
No. This is Gareth we're talking about.
In fairness to him, he's probably gone for a snooze.
Yeah, he's probably asleep.
Okay.
No, in fairness to him, he's actually studying.
That's actually... I can't moan at that. You're managing to not make a cup of tea when he's learning, educating himself.
He's supposed to be studying. If I go up there, he's probably on his phone. It's normally what happens.
I mean, that's more or less like me. I go, right, I'm gonna spend tonight. I'm gonna do this project. You know, I've reset up my website. I'm gonna spend time on my website and get all up and running properly. I haven't touched it yet. Every time I go up there, I'm like, ooh. Well, there's a game that I haven't played for a while.
Yeah, too many distractions.
Yeah. Or like, pick up my phone. Oh, there's a game. I forgot I haven't done my Harry Potter today. And I go on Harry Potter. It's a great game. I'll be honest. Yeah, you get to put yourself in Hogwarts and you have to do tasks and stuff in Hogwarts. Oh. I mean, Dumbledore probably to his office the other day. It was scenes.
See, another selling point, Scott.
Well, that I play Harry Potter games.
Yes.
Harry Potter's popular.
Very popular.
Another true Harry Potter lover, you're in.
I'm not sure this is going to go down well on Tinder. Tell us a bit about yourselves. I do quizzes and I love Harry Potter. I mean, that's
Sounds
not
like a
many
catch to me.
spoilers, is it? So Jennifer Ball's back. Oh, Jennifer, you missed loads of great stuff. Where you been? It's been absolute brilliant. Yeah, you've missed probably the best show ever today. Absolutely fantastic. Note to self: never leave the show again, otherwise you'll miss out. But I mean, we are getting close to the end. I mean, normally by now we'd be doing a 10-minute takeover with the music at the end, but due to the new system and me not being fully used to it yet, we've not got that capability to play music over it. So we're not going to have any 10-minute takeover, say, unfortunately.
I think that
you
just
have
means
had
you've got to sing.
Oh, okay. What we're
The only
singing?
option. You've got to sing.
Me personally,
Yeah.
Yeah.
again, I want people to come back to the show, not ignore it. They'll be like, I ain't going on there again. That weird lad with the glasses looks like Peter Griffin started singing. Yeah?
If you could do it in Peter Griffin's voice, it would be awesome.
I bet I could sing "Bird is the word." Where everybody's heard about the bird. Bird's the word. Don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that a bird is the word.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's Scott's selling point.
Scott's Tinder's just gone.
Yeah. Can you have videos on Tinder? Because I might record that and put that video on Tinder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If you swipe right, you'll get this.
Me and Marie could be your backing dancers.
Yeah.
You could be like doing a bit of beatboxing in the background. You can like really jazz it up. Yeah. I think we're on to a winner here. But unfortunately, it is time to end the show. I know. I'm upset as well.
Sad times.
So, Marie, thanks for joining us. Is there actually anything that we haven't touched on that you want to talk about before we go? To do with the stuff that you do in the local area?
Yeah, so if you want to see what we get up to, check out Worth Unlimited Kidderminster on Facebook. And you will be fully updated on different things we're doing. We're hoping to feed families again over February half term. And
Amazing.
hopefully reinstate the running group that I started in the community once it's safe to do so. Because I think doing something physical is really good for your mental health. And so, like you were saying earlier, important to get out for a walk or do a run, anything just outdoors, being in the outdoors, doing whatever is good for you.
Yeah. So I always find running is good for mental health, but it's not very good for the older ticker when you're like me. So
Everybody has to start somewhere.
There's
Yeah,
that couch to 5K. That's
I'm
good.
happy at the start line. I'm happy there.
If people struggle to get out because if they've got kids or whatever, or I know obviously you can take your kids for a walk, but I do a lot of HIIT sessions. Just go onto YouTube, and just type in workout at home. There's thousands of things on there, and you don't have to be like advanced or really fit to do them. They do like beginner ones and stuff as well. There's always modifications that they put on, so you can just do like half an hour, and it just makes you feel so much more energized and so much happier. It does for me anyway. I always feel quite uplifted after I've done a HIIT session or a walk or a run.
So there you go, Scott. You
Definitely
could
work.
do it instead of a run.
He's doing
About
it
that.
with me.
Is you can say, Oh yeah, I did them, but no one knows. They just pretend you did it.
I did one with you though, and it was live, and I saw you do it, and you did well.
I struggled. So with those ones live, a few of you might have watched a special we did on the UMatter Wire Forest page. I'm sure it was like end of November sort of time.
Yeah, it's a while
when we
ago.
had, Corey Davidson came on and joined us. And Corey actually does a lot of fitness and still does the Corey Davis Fitness Group, which Kat has also been part of. I've done quite a few on there. And it's basically like it's a little Zoom group. You go in and sort of instead of just being told what to do over the telly, it's personal. So he will like encourage you, and other people in there cheer you on. I mean, I was struggling once, and there's other people that were in there were cheering me on a little bit, and it got me through it, and I managed to see it through. So it is a great. If you do need that little bit of encouragement, or you want a little bit of social interaction with it, have a look for Corey's page on Facebook. It's under Corey Davidson Fitness.
Everyone's all different abilities as well, so don't feel like intimidated if people are worried about having their camera on or whatever. There's no need to worry. Everyone's different abilities, but also if you can, you can do it without your camera on, and you can still see Corey. So yeah, it's good. It's really good.
That's great.
That's great. So remember, look after yourselves, and then do what you need to do. If you need to get out, do a bit of fitness. If you ever need to chat to anybody, we do have the UMatter page. Go on there. But until next week, where we'll be back from Monday at 7:30 with our UMatter chat show. I'll see you then. Thank you for joining us. Everyone had a good night. Thanks also to Kat for joining us as a co-host tonight. Again, to Marie for joining us and talking. Hope you've all enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Take care and good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Scott. Bye, Marie.
Bye.